welcome back to the School Projects Available Commentary Series. This is episode number 14. Now, you may notice by the dates here that I'm recording along with the time, although the time doesn't matter much, but the date specifically, that I'm recording these future episodes out of order. This is actually the first episode that I'm recording that we have 9 episodes left as they all covered the advanced video production projects that I took place my junior year of high school, which was 4 years ago, by the way. I'm not gonna go through the explanation because I'm gonna go through that in the first episode of the final 9 episode saga, which would be talking about the woods, aka our intro project in advanced video production. This is because I initially started to record but the behind the scenes episode for the woods. However, in the middle of recording, I decided to stop it because I think it would be better if I get someone else to talk about it with me. Now, it's going to be for a long while, as you would notice by the published date of this episode, that this episode is uploaded on. Because, of course, the buddy that I had in mind that worked with me on the woods is in college right now, and he's gonna be busy for the next few weeks working on the project. So you're gonna have to wait until a few weeks until you can be able to watch these continued episodes. So until then, I'm gonna be able to record these episodes that only I can be able to talk about ahead of time, so that they'll be ready like after I get finished talking about this one. So yeah, this will be the first episode that out of the final 9 episodes I got yet to record for the developer commentary series. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the After-Effects project, which I titled the video "The Game of Tag Gone Horribly Wrong," and don't mind that tab. Don't mind that tab. I'm still gonna keep this recording, by the way, because while recordings. Anyway, so After-Effects project. This is one of the first programs, or first programs, equipment, new recording methods, you name it, that we have learned in advanced video production. After Effects is one of the Adobe products that they have. And what After Effects pretty much is that it allows you to edit more of specific footage, so that it could be edited in a way to be able to make it more believable, to be able to make it more interesting. I mean, when you look at TV shows and movies and have those special effects, a good portion of them will use After Effects in order to make them look more realistic and more exciting, more fun. And usually they work. It's a way to be able to draw viewers and to be able to watch their movies and TV shows. Well, for this one, the assignment we were given to do with After Effects is that we had to film a video. We could come up with any scenario that we want, but we had to film a video that involves a person getting hit by a car. Now, this is where After Effects comes in because, of course, nobody wants us to actually hit someone with a car. We actually had to make scenes that can make it look like it with the help of After Effects. And I could tell you, when me and Sean look back on our After Effects videos, they weren't very good. Mainly because we were starting to get to know about how to use After Effects, but it was already a painful process on how to do it. And for me, the process that I went through using After Effects wasn't very good. It didn't it worked good. It worked decent enough, but it didn't work like great in my eyes. And Sean even admitted that this is probably the only time that the majority of us ever even use After Effects, when really the teacher taught us to use this so that we could be able to use After Effects for more future stuff, which I think Lane Hilker can already accomplish that already, but for me, I have no plans to use After Effects for at least for any personal fun projects I have in mind. If I have to have After Effects, it will be for an important reason, and as of right now, I don't have that important reason. Which is why I only have Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Audition to work off of when I make comic dubs and videos. So anyways, now that I got some stuff out of the way, let's finally get into the videos. Now, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go on YouTube and I'm gonna go search up main hall vids. Don't mind my YouTube searches, because I don't want to edit this. He actually uploaded his own After Effects video on his YouTube channel. It's another cringy skit, he describes it, and he called it the press tag. And look at the thumbnail. Whale! You'll see why. Because I actually did work with him on this, so it was a nice pleasure to be able to work with him again on a video production project. We were sorted out by Gumbus again. I was paired up with Lane Hiligo, and then two girls on the class named Carissa and Sam, who are in the same grade as Lane is, as he was a grade above me. Anyways, let's get into this. Let's go over what this video entailed. So we have another B-roll footage set of scenes here, showing the library. Oh yeah, and also let's go over here. So yeah, of course, we shot B-roll footage. This teacher right here. Now I'm not gonna really go into any more specific details on like very particular things, but this teacher here, he's a great teacher to have in the school. Like he always seems to work there for some reason, but he does host his own like English and writing classes, so that's cool. And of course, this is Carissa, one of the girls that was working with us on this project. We decided to have this this story of this project be focused on her particularly. You'll see why. So B-roll footage here, of course. Now here's what's bothering me here. This section of the library here is called Cafe, but really, why would it be called Cafe when this spot in the library isn't even used as a cafe? That's something I don't get. Unless you want to like bring a coffee in or like food, but even so, this is like weird strict rule that we're not allowed to bring food or at the moment like drinks such as coffee or tea or juice in the library, which is really really weird and unusual to have when there's a cafe, when there's like a label called cafe in the library. I don't know, it's just that it just seems weird to me that they won't allow us to bring food or drinks in the library when there was a cafe there, but it isn't even used as a cafe, so I just think that's weird. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. A computer or Chromebook is connected to this monitor right here via an HDMI cable, and they will occasionally show off videos, by the teacher whenever they need to. I was told by, I think it was either Caden or Sean, who were students in the advanced video production class as well. I think I was told by one of them that at one point they showed off a future video that I'm gonna cover. Yeah, somebody got into the computer and pulled up a video that we did in advanced video production class and showed it onto that TV. I thought that was interesting. But I was allowed to have permission to use this TV, as when our school held our own car show, and I was a member of it. I was able to bring my console over, and I was able to connect it to the TV so that people could be able to hold races with each other and be able to have fun. So that was nice. Oh boy, here comes me. Note that this is the first project that actually features me in these camera shots for once. Yeah. And since I told you for my video production class, the intro to video production class, that I grew my hair out, look, I cut my hair at the beginning of this school year as well. So you thought you were gonna see long hair about to be longer towards my which is under my shoulders? No. That was the longest I grew, and I never want to do so again. I already cut my hair at the beginning, so there you go. Now I'm just looking around, seeing what the gist of things are like. Apparently, I decide here. Now here's the premise of the story here. I decide that things are too boring around here, because, you know, of course, when you have a setting like a library, all you do is basically like look for books, check them out, and just like, and like classes will also come here to be able to use it as a study time, or like have it as a good space to be able to type out the reports. Yeah, doing those things will pretty much be boring, but you have to do them anyways. So, what do I decide to do when things are too boring around here? I decided. Oh, oh, by the way, I also looked back in this video with Nick and Joe when we were looking at videos together. Look at this green screen in the background here. Because we were sorted out on group skin, we actually captured footage that, in the background of another group that was attempting to do their to make scenes for their car crash scene. And this was a group that Sean and Joe were a part of. Yep, we caught footage of that. Even Joe stated it out, pointed it out in this video. I never knew about this until Joe pointed it out when we were looking back in this video. So, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, and over here, this is our history teacher. This is actually me and Lane's history teacher that we had in the same school year, in the same semester. When we saw her that she was in the library, we decided to ask her if she would be okay with being part of a scene for a video that we were about to do, and she said yes. I also find it interesting that I also kind of tempted her to try to show to our class Lane's edit of Brady Goes to High School, but she said no because she wouldn't find any time to show it, and she doesn't see how it would fit the subject of the class that we were a part of, which was Western history, which I understand, but I really was wanting her to show the Brady Goes to High School to the class. She never did, but it would have been nice to. Yeah, you could consider me a kind of an asshole for trying to tempt her to do so.
Okay, is it nonfiction or is it fiction?
It is nonfiction.
Nonfiction,
yep.
But it's set in like the Rust Belt of West Virginia. Where is it set?
Tag.
What? Oh, all right. Take, you're it.
So here's what they wanted me to do for this. To be able to make things more interesting, I decided to hold up what you guys remember that kids game that game you used to play as kids, Tag. So I tagged our history teacher, and then she tagged the librarian. But not only that, I also tagged this random guy that seems to be sitting in the library like every day. And like we had to ask like certain students around to see if they would be okay with acting in certain scenes. Yeah. So I also tagged him. This pretty much evolved into virus tag, where everybody was it, and the virus spread on over. Unfortunately, I could compare it to being like the pandemic, which I don't want to because the pandemic is such a bad thing. When tag is such a fun, good thing to have. But yeah, I'll just say it's like that, unfortunately. Only in this case, it's more like nicer, smarter. So this guy decides to also tag the teacher right there. And just leave him smiling. And so I also tagged this random girl that was there. So it turned into a nice game of tag, along with keeping the same B-roll footage that we have here, because I guess we didn't shoot enough. We should have shot more. Now, going back to Caressa here, this girl here, why is she the focus of this skit? Well, I pop up in the computer room in the background. And if you take a look on Caressa's phone right here, look at this. Don't want to be all by myself. We had to give the impression that Caressa was depressed, and as you see here on the search bar, we had to look up sad memes in order to make that believable. So, yeah. We popped that up, but also, look closely. I tagged her. I did. And now she is grown severely depressed, as you can tell by her sad tone with the Funyuns and that water bottle that she's carrying, along with the sad music in the background. Also, I'm showing Link's version because his version was a lot better than mine. Mine wasn't really, like, well done edited, I would say. It was decent, but again, it could not top the levels of editing perfection as Lane Hilke would do. So yeah, here's Carissa walking towards the hallway. We forgot that Sam, that's the other girl that's part of the group, that Sam was sitting there. And that the way that she sat there made it look like that she was also depressed as well. We forgot that she was sitting there, but we decided to use it anyways because it fits the theme of the scene here of depression. So yeah. And I don't really know why he included this scene here if we're trying to go for consistency here. It just shows like Carissa back here when she was there previously. Eventually she finally gets outside of the school. She got rid of a bag of Funyuns, and apparently she got rid of a water bottle as well, even though it was full, I think. And then we showed basically just a pan scene of her just walking with her arms crossed, all depressed, outside of the school. Depressed that she unfortunately was it in the virus tag game. And then she notices a car parked on the side of the street, on the side of the parking lot there. So she decides to do something. I'm pretty sure you all get the feeling on what she decides to do. She gets closer to the car. And she tags the car. Yes, she tags the car, by the way. And there's Lane right there. Plot twist. He actually didn't say the F-bomb. He didn't say fuck. The actual footage had him say, "What the f?" Yeah, that's actually what he said. He didn't say fuck after all, even though he should have, but you know, it's whatever. At least he put in the beep to give off the impression that he said fuck, when really he didn't. So Carissa finally tags the car and walks away. But what does Lane decide to do here?
You whale out of water!
You whale out of water! And yep, that's where the After Effects gets into play here. I don't know how hard it was for Lane to be able to utilize After Effects to make this happen, but I could imagine it was a struggle. Pretty much it was a struggle for everyone to be able to make the car crash scenes look more believable. I certainly couldn't do so. So yeah, I'll show the crash again. Don't play tag with cars or depressed people. Yeah, exactly. So, let this be a lesson that if you're playing tag, you shouldn't play with cars or depressed people because it might result in the depressed person getting hit by a car. Or going up to the fact that, you know, normally someone whose car got tagged shouldn't have to overreact and have to hit them with a car. But we just decided to make that happen in order to, because like, if the teacher expects us to edit a car crash scene, we had to make something happen in order for it to make sense. So yeah, people are gonna be wondering why couldn't this person do this in order to prevent this from happening? And my answer, I would have loved to be able to make scenes to be able to prevent this stuff from happening, but we had to include a car crash scene, so we had to do with what we could think of. So yeah, Lane's lesson is don't play tag with cars or depressed people. For some reason, when at the end of my video, after I placed in my car crash scene here, I actually decided to show my video right here. So going to think more here again. Anyways, I'll show this off. If it can get me to that. So I'm gonna show the ending off here. I'm not gonna show like everything because you already like saw basically the scenes from Lane's edit. So here's my ending.
You whale out of water?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. In Lane's version, he lowered his he made the speed go slower so that it could actually add on to the effect to make it more interesting, and I like that. Yeah, he lowered the speed of this particular clip in order to make it interesting, and of course, it altered his voice to sound deeper. That wasn't a good sound effect to use for someone getting hit by a car. Plus, it looked kind of out of shape as well. Like, I look back on this. Yeah, it looked unusual. But at least I made it the criteria of someone getting hit by a car at least, but yeah, whatever. Now, I don't know why, but I decided to come up with like some sort of random ending to the story right here myself. This isn't actually canon, by the way. This is just something like weird that I just made up just to fit the story here. So it says here that Carissa was severely injured from the car crash and had to spend a week in the hospital. She was recently released from the hospital and she was allowed to be released from school for the rest of the year. I don't think this is a realistic situation that could happen, because normally if you're injured for like a week and you're not allowed to be, I don't think that you will be released from school for the rest of the year. I think you would have to come back, but have to come back in a cast, in a wheelchair or crutches. So, I would like for the situation to happen. Like if someone was in a major injury right here, I would like them to be able to have the rest of the school year off. But yeah. And also I added here. The driver Lane, however, was arrested for intentionally hitting Carissa over with his car, and as a result had to spend an entire year in jail. He also had to repeat a year of school after jail time was served. Lane, if you're watching this, however, I am so sorry that I ever came up with this ending of a story that is definitely fanon and not canon. I just had to come up with something, okay? I just felt like I had to come up with something. I know this wasn't a requirement, but I felt like I had to come up with something. I know you wouldn't do any like danger or want to, do something like this to anyone, of course. But yeah, I just felt like I had to make up something. Of course, you would possibly be sent to jail for hitting someone intentionally with a car, or unintentionally. I think if it was intentionally, it'd be like more times up. But I don't know. If a year would be sentenced to you if you did intentionally hit someone with a car. Please let me know. And I guess in a way, you probably would have to repeat a year of school after jail time is served, because like it affects his school performance, and in a way, it just like that probably would be sort of realistic. I don't know about like how long the sentence would be, but if it was for a year of jail time, I think within a year of school probably makes sense, and probably have to be treated with special care. Now, here's what I put in, that the lesson to get out of this video is that while the game of tag may be fun, don't overdo it. I think that here is a more important lesson here than just not playing tag with cars or depressed people. Is that while tag may be fun, don't overdo it, because it will lead to events such as this happening. So I think that's more of a stronger lesson here that comes out of this video, is that for tag, you shouldn't overdo it. I think not overdoing it will be a much stronger lesson than making sure not to play tag with calls or depressed people. So I got that lesson out of the way. I think that one would be. I think that's the only thing that I have for my edit that would be better than Lane's edit. It's basically the ending text rather than, jail time and injuries, like that part of the description. But yeah, I think the most stronger lesson here is not overdo the game of tag. So yeah, that's the After Effects project for you, and I do have the raw audio files. Oh boy, okay. Anyways, I totally unprepared coming into this episode. Again, I'm not gonna edit this. These are all gonna be raw recordings, so yeah. Who am I to judge you? Now, when I transfer the After Effects video footage to my computer, unfortunately, for some reason, I mean they are playable, but for some reason they are not displaying a thumbnail. The only thumbnail footage that it shows is it's basically like the movies and TV icon kind of imprinted onto a piece of paper. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna have like a direct idea on what these clips actually are. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. These are gonna be like blind raw files I'm gonna look back on for now, because I don't look back on this too much, maybe because of the fact that the thumbnails are not showing. So let me show you the raw files that we filmed for After Effects project. I'm not gonna show you the process of how to use After Effects for making the car crash scene, because that would take way too long, and I don't want to have to go through that again. So let's take a look at some of these clips. So of course we shot B-roll footage right here, and the scenes that Lane wasn't in, he was basically the primary cameraman for this. So yeah, it's just B-roll footage. I think these took place on separate days as well, because at one point the library looks almost empty, but at another point it was filled with students. So yeah, more B-roll footage. I have no idea what happened here. The footage in this clip looks like it's not pixelated. Well, I won't say pixelated, but it doesn't look like it's in HD. It looks out of shape. I really have no idea what happened here that got this clip to look like this. I don't know. I hope that's the only clip that's been affected by this mishap. But yeah, more B-roll footage of the librarians, and then of course B-roll footage of the TV up there being powered by the computer or Chromebook that's placed there. That's us showing the cafe logo there. Really, if you're gonna label this to be a cafe, you might as well just treat it as an actual cafe and allow us to bring food and drinks in here. Like, what the fuck?
3, 2, 1, go!
Now I begin showing the scenes where I enter the library. I tell you, it was interesting. I think I could barely hear Lane coming from outside the door, but I don't know. But normally you want to be able to hear someone from outside the door, and you have to shout at them, which I think Lane did, but I don't know how I was able to hear him from outside the door.
Things are too boring here.
Now, I don't know why Lane omitted this from his version, but I said, things are too boring here, as a way to be able to show off that I want, as a way to show off that I want to be able to make things interesting by playing a game of virus tag. Alright, I think that time, rather than Lane saying 3, 2, 1, go, he just gave me a segment to be able to indicate that it's time for me to begin acting. So yeah.
Things are too boring here. 3, 2, 1, go!
And then of course we got, multiple variety of shots of showing me entering the library, which I think that looked smooth. Other than the reflection that you see in the back of me looking back to see if they got it.
3, 2, 1, go.
But usually we would cut that out to be able to show, me coming in, showing it off this angle.
one, go.
Oh yeah, I think this.
Things are too boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I shut my mouth out there so I could hear myself saying, things are too boring here. And I was like, because I was about to say something, and then I realized, oh wait, this is the point where a class started coming in with students, and that's where our history teacher came in. So yeah, off screen we asked her if it was okay for her to act out in a scene that we were doing for a video, and she said sure. So yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Things are too boring here.
Okay, I think this was the first scene where they told me to approach our history teacher right there in order to start off the game of tag or virus tag. Now I could have done one of the other students right here, but I think Lane's idea was that it would be funnier if we started off with our history teacher. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if that was actually the case in Lane. If you do remember this video, if you do actually want to talk about it, hit me up so we can talk about it together, or just make your own developer commentary series so you can talk about it from your point of view. How about that, huh? Just a close of me just walking around and stuff.
3, 2, 1, go.
And then of course we started doing a pan of me approaching our history teacher right there. I don't remember how early we asked her to be okay with this. I think it was at the point where I think my logical answer would be the point where we were about to begin shooting her scenes, to ask her, like, if she was okay with it.
Yeah, Jessica Chastain. I mean, you to run again.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Oh yeah, Lane says 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh man, tripod is in the background. Now, I think with the way that the camera was like wobbling there, how could you tell if Lane could be able to follow you at a good angle? I don't know what I was thinking back then. I think I tried to be able to move like I think at some point I tried to move at a slower pace so that I could make it easier for Lane to follow me. I'm not exactly sure, but let's see how this shot works. But as you can tell by my eyes, I tried so hard not to look at the camera because that will ruin everything. Because like it'd be breaking the fourth wall, and like film companies don't really want that. Unless they decide to put in scenes where you break the fourth wall. But since we're not making a scene where we break the fourth wall here, I tried so hard. As you can see in my eyes, I tried so hard not to look at the camera so that I could try to focus on acting in the scene. Like I could try to be in the scene element right here. I tried very, very hard. As you see in the background, of course, is basically Sean and Joe's group working on their After Effects video.
And I like that it was the three stories came together more organically than I had expected.
So yeah, I think at this point we asked our teacher if she was okay to be part of it, and she said yes. And because like Chris is here, because we weren't gonna focus on filming host scenes until like later on. Yeah, I think Chris just decided to do whatever she wanted. I think it was because she was reading a book or something. I can't ask her now because we didn't know each other much back then. So like how would I know? So because of that, we don't really keep in touch with each other as much as I do with Lane and Joe and Nick and Sean and Caden. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Well, those are the two.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we didn't ask her if she was okay with this, so now I began filming her scenes, and I think we just had her just talk with the librarian about any random conversation that she could think of or whatever she wanted. So Yeah.
Two I read that you also read.
Okay.
And then I read more fluff.
Okay.
I didn't read a lot of heavy books. It
Okay.
was more young adult stuff
Okay.
here. That,
What? Oh, all right. Gotcha. Hey, you're it.
Yeah, this was an alternate take for sure, and I think she acted a little off, so we have to redo that, of course, to be used in it.
but yeah, you got to talk to me after you read Hillbilly Elegy.
Okay,
because
is it nonfiction or
it
is it
is
fiction?
it is nonfiction.
Nonfiction,
Yep.
but it's set in like the Rust Belt of West Virginia. Where is it set?
Or is it Kentucky?
Oh, all right. Tag, you're it.
So yeah, that was more believable now. And of course, with the other scenes, we did have to ask them to be able to see if they're okay with acting in the scenes, and they said, "Sure, why not?"
3, 2,
So let's put this guy.
1, go!
So I pop up. Tag.
3, 2, 1, go!
And then of course we go for a wide pan shot of this guy approaching out to this teacher right here. and just giving tag to him right there. Yeah.
So weird.
3, 2, 1, go!
I really don't know how he got this girl to be part of the video. So yeah, that was interesting. And don't really know why calls are approaching up here in the early morning of the day, like even after classes have started. I don't know why. Okay, so now we focus on filming Carissa's scenes here. Beginning with the scene where it shows her being depressed. And then I begin to tag, and I'm about to tag.
3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, it shows her being depressed right there.
Can you redo that?
Oh boy. Man, I forgot about the scene. She smiled so much to the point where, like, she asked if we could redo it because, you know, of course, when she's depressed, she's not supposed to smile, even though Brady did, but let's just say that he's trying to be happy. Like Brady did in episode 2 of Brady Goes to High School. So yeah, I think, yeah, I felt it would happily irritated, I would say, that I had to walk back and like try to redo
3,
some
2,
position.
1, go!
Okay, so Crystal's actually looking depressed right here. And I push in the background and I see, ooh, she could be someone too. I could. Ah, yes. The focus right here. The focus is intense. And. I think the way that I also tagged her, she actually felt like she got jump scared by me. Which I don't know if that's what we were exactly trying to get, but yeah, it definitely worked. Like she definitely got jump scared by me. I think that was. I better hope that was the only time that I was able to tag her, because I felt like that was too perfect. And then of course we got her to look up sad memes to be able to show up, like a sad meme, of course. This one being, don't want to be out by myself. For some, okay, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't pay attention at the time, but I don't know why Lane decided to do like very intense close-up shots of like Carissa's eyes here. Oh my god, her eye is looking at you. What's happening? And I think it's this next scene here that I was really confused about. Okay, I put this in the end of my edit of the After Effects video. I have no idea what was going on here. Like, she was just crying on top of a table, I think. But the thing is, why was she doing this? I don't know why. I gotta ask you on that. If you remember, why did you film Carissa doing this? Just why? I have no idea what was going on here. This was definitely not relevant to the story whatsoever.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, we finally begin the B-roll footage.
Is that good?
We finally begin to film the B-roll footage of Carissa walking through the hallways all depressed and sad because she got tagged by me in this game of virus tag.
3, 2, 1, go.
So yeah. And yeah, I mean, of course the cafeteria would normally have like, you know, bags of chips out laid out. Although the more healthy ones, because that's what the school is trying to aim at, is for you to live a more of a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, of course, Carissa just bought the bag of Funyuns from the cafeteria, of course, and I think a bottle of water as well. So yeah.
Blue. It's
3, 2, 1, go.
I remember when I used to get lunch from here, I almost always used to get a bag of chips. Because why not? I mean, they tasted good, so why not?
3, 2, 1, go.
So of course it's just showing more beautiful footage. Of course, showing BS being depressed. But yet she's eating Funyuns. I guess that's a way to try to occupy your time. When you're acting in the scenes, just walking down the hallway all depressed and stuff like that. And she takes a slide to the left towards towards our next hallway there.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh boy, people were in the background. I think Wayne didn't want that, which is reasonable.
Alright, Chris, 3, 2, 1, go.
There was people in the background there, but they weren't close by. But they weren't close to her like the last shot was. So I think this was, you know, a good enough shot to go with. You could tell from Lane's edit that he also slowed down the speed of these clips to be able to make it even more to make it even more sad.
3, 2, 1, go.
So yeah. This is really just a shame right here, just that we had to film, you know, scenes of someone walking all depressed and sad.
3, 2, 1, go.
Trying to truck a shot of this, but it didn't work very good.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, this one looks to be more improved because it's moving at a slower speed. But I wonder, how much of this footage did we actually shoot? Looks like we could film like 63 shots here. As I'm looking at the wildfires on Fire Expo right now. 63 shots, but what shot are we on? 36,
3,
37.
2, 1, go.
Now 63, that includes the first shot labeled 0. Another truck shuffle from a different angle. I guess when we're trying to go for a variety of shots, you gotta get as much as you can. So, I guess that's what the point of advanced video production is all about.
3, 2, 1.
Now I can tell this is sort of a long one, I would say. The scene where we had a pan of Carissa just walking, and of course Sam being there. Of course, just sitting there. We forgot that she was sitting there, but with the way that she looked, I was also depressed. We kind of add that in because it adds on to the depressionist states that this video had. Okay, now, when nobody was around, I shot Lane just walking over there for no reason at all. Like, really no reason at all. That was me behind the camera there. When he was gone, I ended the recording there, and I had to make sure that I deleted from when we accessed the memory card, when we accessed the footage here. But unfortunately, this clip was still on the memory card. I tried to delete it, but it just you know, wasn't but it was never deleted. I think I deleted from like the camera itself, but not the memory card. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, now we begin the next shots of where Carissa finally walks out of the school. And a bag of Funyuns is gone because I think she did finish them off. That's kind of a bother that in the reflection here we see the tripod and Lane in the lane right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this a lot. You're probably gonna deal with this a lot if you're ever gonna do any video production projects. Well, if you're filming with glass, you're gonna get reflections, and you gotta try your best not to have the reflections showing the tripod or camera or like yourself.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, we filmed these next shots of Carissa walking from outside the school towards the parking lot.
Nope.
Jesus, cold as ice.
You just keep.
Enjoy the random things that we say because, yeah, Lane wasn't gonna plan on having the natural sound in anyway, so he was just gonna mute it. So it was fine for us to speak. Oh boy, there's me in the background. I have my phone and I was holding the green screen. This green screen will be used to be able to record the scene where the person gets hit by a car, so that we can add that scene towards the together with the scene where the car is driving in the same place, so that it can make it look like that the car hit the person. And that's what I had the green screen for. But of course, we kept the shot going because Wayne was gonna plan on using me in the background anyway. So yeah.
Alright. I'm not gonna use Spencer in that shot. This is where we're going.
Don't fall off the road.
I shan't.
You shall within the
But I shan't.
Krista, don't fall off the road.
Yeah, at this point, when I was in the shot, I tried to make sure I was out of the shot so that like we could get more footage here. Of course. And wait a minute. Okay, the call wasn't there. I think between this shot and the next one, Lane had to get his call out so that he could park it right there. And I think at this point, it was now Sam's turn to be behind the camera and record the shots. So you don't see it as much in videos because he's basically the cameraman.
There you go, ahead.
Yeah, you can hear her voice in the shot right there. Now we just have Carissa just looking and messing around apparently.
It's still on, Carissa.
Good.
Oh my god, Carissa, what were you trying to do? Okay, so we had enough seconds of you just with that face being like, now I know what I'm gonna do, and then you just like mess around with your face. Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh boy. I don't know why I walked out here. So yeah, this shot was ruined because I walked out here.
Spencer, get out of the shot. Go back. Okay, go again.
I don't know why I walked out here, but that basically ruined the shot. Alright, now we have the wide shot of Carissa heading towards the car and now tagging it like that. Now this is all normal speed now. The footage you saw on Lane's edit is basically slow down the speed. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. And the footage in Lane's video, he slowed down the speed of it to try to make it more intense. When I see here in the behind the scenes footage, it's just a regular speed, so that's what we're aiming at here.
Go ahead.
Also shot of Carissa's hand touching the car.
Go ahead.
Okay, and now we hear Lane saying, "What the frick," uncensored.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So Carissa walks away and does a 360 right there. That walk, was he trying to walk like, was she trying to do the Brady walk? Oh boy, she was waving her arms like fins were coming out or something like that. I feel that she was trying to do the Brady walk because the Brady goes to high school, and then of course and then she tries to wave her arms of like a whale's fence would do, or whatever, so that we could give off an impression of a whale out of water.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, now hear Lane say, "You whale out of water."
You whale out of water!
Well, apparently the scene was so funny that we all laughed about it. But I was so glad that Lane altered the footage to look so disoriented with all the weird colors that just like them being messed up, because if you look here in reflection, the camera was showing the reflection. So I was so glad that Lane altered the colors so that you wouldn't be able to notice the camera was in the reflection right there.
Okay, go ahead.
And now we have point of views of Lane, heading towards Carissa, but he doesn't hit her because we don't want to hit her, of course. So he turns left to be able to break in though. And don't worry, don't worry. We will cut it off there to be able to still make it look like that you would hit her, in the video, of course. Now, if you didn't know, initially we had the camera angle from this position right here, so that's where the car crash would take place. But in the end, when we look back at the footage, we decided that it didn't look too good. That it didn't look too good to show Carissa getting hit by a car in this angle, and then we decided that the other angle, which is about here, but facing the opposite direction, would be a better option to go for. It's got a little more footage to go through right here.
Damn it.
Apparently, Lane just stops there.
Okay.
Is it showing the car? I wonder what it is. Oh yeah, I hear it. And that's about as good of a speed as you can get when you're expecting someone to hit it. Someone get hit by a car like that. So
3, 2, 1, go.
And I think this was the next day as well. We finally were able to begin filming, showing scenes of Carissa getting hit by a car, which, of course, you can cut out the rest of the background with the green screen right here. Oh wait, I think another reason why we didn't use this initial angle was because on the next day we placed the camera at the wrong spot, and that it will look unrealistic if Carissa getting hit by a car like that. So yeah, this is how we were able to film someone getting hit by a car. Not doing the action by itself, but we filmed we filmed an individual shot of a car going fast on the streets, and then you film a different shot of the person that's supposed to get hit by a car, walking in front of a green screen with someone holding a green screen, behind it. I think the cameras that I was holding back then, it wasn't good enough for me to be covered by the green screen, so we had to get like a cardboard paper that is basically green screen cover right there, so that it'll be easier for us to hold. And Lane was the one holding the cardboard at the time, and I was the cameraman. Yeah, the first one was weak. The second one was more believable, but she fell out of the green screen area, so we had to reshoot that one.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, go.
So on another day, I think there was another day, judging by the clothes that Carissa's not wearing. I think Lane was now the cameraman, and for me, I was the one that was behind the green screen. Although it's now kind of tough to do so because of the fact that there's a shadow right there on the green screen. Plus, you can see my shoes on the bottom. So that's why it was also tough to be able to edit in After Effects, was the fact that you had to deal with a shadow here, and yet you also had to deal with trying to edit out my shoes. So yeah, I think this was possibly the head movement that Carissa did. That was one that we used for our edits. And then of course we finally were able to film Lane coming by at fast speed from this angle. But this one didn't get used because Lane's car was too close to the camera. Don't worry, we didn't place the camera on the road. We placed it on the grass pavement that's next to the road. So yeah, don't worry. No equipment was damaged here. And I think, is this the last one? No it isn't. No it isn't. It's just 3 more. Nothing was happening here. I don't know why. And neither here. I don't even know why either.
Yes.
Alright, now finally to end it all off, here was the scene where Lane comes by fast driving his car without hitting Carissa, of course.
There we go.
And that was good. For sure. So yeah, that was the After Effects project for you guys. Totally became unprepared for this. I apologize for that, but you really got to see like some stuff of mine that normally I wouldn't show. But yeah, that was After Effects project for you guys, and this was possibly the hardest project that any of us have ever worked on in video production class ever in any video production class. This was the hardest project we've ever worked on here. Because we just started learning a new program, and it was getting difficult on us to be able to animate it, and a majority of us didn't even utilize it for future videos, even though we were supposed to. But I think Lane was able to, definitely for ABS News, of course. Lane Hilco will probably do a good utilization of After Effects for any future videos and whatsoever. So good on him for that. Anyways, besides the point here, I don't want to show how I would edit the car crash scene because I do not want to go through the process of having to do that again. Along with the fact that it takes so long. You have no idea how long it takes to actually animate someone getting hit by a car. So yeah, sorry, but I'm not going to show After Effects to you guys. I don't even have After Effects. The only Adobe products I have is Premiere Pro and Audition. If I had to have After Effects on my computer, it would be for important reason. And again, as I stated earlier, the important reason is not here at the moment. So yeah, that's it for the After Effects project. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this episode of the Developers Commentary series, be sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe for more to stay in touch for more future episodes of the Developer Commentary series. We're getting towards the end, although this is the first of the 9 episode finale saga that I'm recording in terms of recording dates, but I'll get there. You still have to wait like a few months until then, but yeah. But until then, be sure to watch out for the next episode. And yeah, I'm gonna debate on whether I want to do the Halloween special or the Halloween special to be just myself for the developer contest, or just me and Joe, because I actually did work with Joe on this one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you next time for another episode of the Developer Commentary series. Thanks for watching.